It is 3:45 on the clock, and this is your reading for the year ahead. We're going to be using the Lenormand. I just want to be nosy and see if we can dive into any of the lessons that you're going to be learning and all of the amazing things that are going to be happening in the year ahead. So let's get into it. Spirit, what does this collective need to know? What's upcoming in the year ahead? I keep hearing turbulence. So I feel like for this collective in particular, this is an integration year. This is like that year in between like all of the curse breaking, the generational curse breaking, and like really getting to embody this new identity that you've been slowly calling in. And I say slowly because it feels slowly, but like this has been building and growing in the background for a very long time. Oh, okay. So for this collective in particular, you are going to be put into more of a balanced masculine energy. And I don't want that to be like, oh my God, I'm going to be doing stuff all the time. No, like the last year was really learning about how to embody your feminine energy, which, you know, as a collective on a whole, has been something we've had to learn to get back to because for so long, the masculine way of doing things was the default. And as you've become more awakened and you've been learning about energies, we've slowly started to integrate the feminine. Well, now it's time to integrate them together in a way that's more balanced. So you're going to be showing up in a more balanced, diplomatic way. It's like a quiet confidence kind of way where you might have been battling with imposter syndrome or anything like that. I'm getting a lot of throat chakra pressure. So maybe learning to find your voice has been the theme for you, standing up for yourself, standing up for your beliefs, being more authentic, and undoing some of the layers of programming that you've been like exposed to has been a big theme of the year before. So now all of those lessons that you've taken on, you're getting to bring into the 3D and into this new identity that you've created. Yeah, because you're finding like your stability now. You're finding like you've already grown out your roots. And so now it's about like expanding and growing in this new stability that you've created for yourself. That's exciting. Ooh, okay. Okay. For a large part of this collective, you are going to be moving. Now, this is a physical move for a lot of you. And it's more about finding the place where like your heart is grounded. So you could have been called to a very particular region, a very particular place. Astrocartography is significant. Overseas is significant. Literally, like changing continents, like moving away, has been really significant for this collective. And I'm seeing this is a chance for your heart lines to expand, like your heart chakra to expand. Um, Jupiter placements are really significant. Seeing where like your Jupiter lines fall, I feel like a lot of this collective is going to be thinking about these things more versus just like, okay, I'm just kind of existing where I am, or is where I am the best place for me? That's really the question for like the upcoming first half of this year. And like even now, you could be starting to feel like more uncomfortable where you are, or out of alignment, or just like feeling the need for more change and more growth. My God, so good. Yes. Okay, also in this next year, you are going to be called to rest in the face of adversity. Immediately, I'm hearing there are people who are going to be speaking ill about you. And I'm hearing it's because you chose to go about something a different way. Like there's some sort of like societal expectation that is being kind of delivered your way, if that makes sense, or like you're being expected to conform to some sort of like social hierarchy. This could be with parents or family members or people who are older than you, but there's like this expectation that you are not going to meet. And you not meeting this expectation is actually a gift to your younger self. It is allowing your inner child to feel safe within the boundaries that you've created because your inner child needed those boundaries. And for a large portion of this collective, you establishing boundaries has always been seen as an attack or as like judgment of others when it was never that. So you're going to have people who are talking ill about you. And I feel like it's coming mostly around this move. So when you make this major change, when you make this major move, it's going to reveal the intentions of a lot of different people. It's going to show where their loyalty really lies, where their thoughts really lie, even if like the words that they're saying to you seem really supportive. Yeah. A lot of gossip coming from like different areas. 222 is really significant. And it's so funny that we have the sun here, and peeking up from underneath one of my other decks is the sun here as well. So like this is going to be a very happy time period, but there are going to be people in situations who try to like steal the limelight and things like that because they feel like it's not fair, the success that you're having, but they don't understand like the work that you've gone through and like the effort and the trouble that you've had to overcome and the inner work. They're not seeing that. They're just seeing the end result. And there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of judgment around that. Yeah. So, wow. This is kind of a big theme for next year, is like revealing like the snakes in your grass, revealing like the people who do not have your best intentions at heart. For a lot of you, it is family members or people who feel like family. You could have known them for a long time. They're going to be revealing themselves. And this is just a process of you coming into alignment with abundance. Because of, I keep hearing because of the way my bank account is set up, but because of the way that your heart is set up, the way that your heart navigates, you're a very generous person. And if you had an intense amount of abundance, it is more than likely that you would waste that abundance on people who do not, it's not that they don't benefit you, it's that they don't have your best intentions, like your best, you know, your best whatever at heart. Like they don't really care about, why can't I talk? They don't really have your best intentions. So like, it's important that you start learning about these type of people and really just being more committed to your own growth and expansion, even if it means having to take a step back and not be so much in the limelight with other people. I'm also seeing that there's a need for resting in particular. Oh, for a lot of you, you could be coming into contact with a divine counterpart. Yes. Wow. And I feel like for a lot of you, as you go through this transition, as you go through this physical move and like people start to fall out of your life, that's when this person is coming in. It's like I'm seeing like someone weeding their garden and like taking out trash, like really like deep cleaning, like packing, that type of stuff. And then like having just like this really intense emotional love connection come in as like kind of like that relief of like, oh, I finally made space. So you could be called to minimalism, you'd be called to decluttering or downsizing, something about like having less to have space for more. You're also going through a huge spiritual harvest at this time. So you've been on a spiritual journey for quite a while. And for some of you just coming into awakening, it feels like it's all happening really, really, really fast. And that's because you're receiving a lot of downloads at one time. You're doing a lot of curse breaking at one time. There's just so much happening at once, it feels like. Now you're going to be creating more stability. So like the areas of your spiritual journey where you feel stunted, excuse me, so sorry, confirmation burp, where you feel like stunted or like you don't have as much knowledge or expertise as you would like to have, that is coming to some sort of like, I'm seeing things like balancing out. So like you're going to be learning more, and that's going to allow you to come with more authority in your spiritual journey, to understand your spiritual journey more. And for a lot of you, you are going to be helping others through their spiritual ascension, whether this be in a leadership position, whether this be like family and friends who are coming to you with questions. You are stepping into a more of a, I'm seeing like the mother maiden crone. You're stepping into like this, like almost like crone energy of kind of like, I'm sensing like an old soul. So people could have told you that you have an old soul. I'm speaking to a lot of very ancient energies right now that are walking the earth. So if you've been called an old soul, or you just have a lot of marks of experience on your body, you are here in this particular timeline to help others go on their ascension. Like you, you could be dealing with a lot of baby souls right now, like people who are just coming to earth for the first or second time, or like they haven't been doing this as much. As an old soul, it's kind of your responsibility to help them, strengthening their intuition and learning to trust the signs and synchronicities delivered by the universe. There's a lot of work that's being put into that, and as a collective, like this wave of believers, this wave of awakened individuals is responsible for helping those people go start another wave of awakening. And I'm showing that this work that you're doing is bringing a lot of peace and abundance to you, but it's also healing something within you and ending an old cycle of anxiety, like overthinking, of constant doubt. Like I'm sensing a lot of mental quiet. So there's a lot of mental quiet going on. There's a lot of peace, a lot of silence is what I'm seeing. And this comes from you feeling so stable in your gifts and so stable in the way that you navigate life. Whether it comes, I'm seeing a lot about like manifesting money, trusting that the universe will always provide for you, that all of your bills will be paid. Like this whole last year could have been just about getting to that point, because like that's really the basics of learning to let the universe care for you, is to have the trust of allowing the universe to pay your bills and allowing the universe to move you where it suits you and to have the best experiences. Like you truly believe now that the universe has your best intention at heart. And so now you get to move past that step. You get to move past the step of just like learning to stand on the bridge that you can't see yet, but trusting that it's going to be there. So now we get to move to the phase of your life where now you can build on that foundation. You can think bigger, you can do better, because you know that the universe is going to provide. That's not even a doubt anymore. So it's allowing you to be very loyal to your cause and to your mission, and start calling in like higher level things. For a lot of you, I'm seeing retreats. I'm seeing like meditating. I'm seeing the movie Eat, Pray, Love. Like a lot of soul searching could be happening right now. And there's a black cat outside my window. And she always comes over here. I don't know what it is. She'll come to like the front door where my window is, and then she'll just leave. Hecate could be significant. I always see black cats when I'm thinking about Hecate. I know dogs is her thing, but I always see black cats. Oh, and he's so beautiful. Look at you. But yeah, black cats could be significant, but I really see that you are going to be calling in like a lot of like transformational spaces. So I could be speaking to Reiki healers, sound healers. That's been coming through so much this year. I'm just seeing a lot of people getting like their boots on the ground with their spiritual business. So if you are a spiritual or a soul-led business owner, even if you feel like your work isn't spiritual, but you yourself are a soul-led creator or business owner, these things are starting to come to fruition now. 3535 is significant. 555 and 333 are very significant as well. You'd be seeing those quite a bit. And what I will say, wow, as you call in these changes, as you start to expand and make space, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for things to go wrong. And when I mean by go wrong, it really just means that there are going to be some things, like energetic things sent your way. This is solely energy from the old you resurfacing. And I'm seeing kind of like solar flares. Like they just kind of pop up, not randomly, but like they're popping up as like the polar energy is existing. So if you are entering into a time period of feeling very abundant, you could have spikes of like lack, things that might trigger like a lack mindset coming towards you. This is not really a test. It's more so the energy recalibrating, and like this is your chance to really see how poised you can be in the face of the exact opposite of what you're calling in. So sometimes like when we're manifesting a specific thing, let's use money as an example, we will panic as soon as we see a sign of something that's the opposite of that, like more bills popping up or not enough sales coming in. This is really just a chance for you to look at your own energy, find that stabilization, find that nervous system regulation point, finding that routine to get back to homeostasis and overcoming this like mountain, overcoming this obstacle. And so like it's going to be like things are going to be a little chaotic. Like that's why we said turbulence in the beginning. They're going to be a little chaotic in the beginning, but it's really just giving you chance to like chances to like power up is what I'm hearing. So you get like little points of powering up getting stronger, exercising your abilities, because these larger things that are coming in, like these things that are affecting your business, but also like the way that you show up in the world, it's not going to be easy. It's going to flow, but it's not going to be without effort. And so like we need to be spiritually strong in order to bring these things in a way that isn't going to freak us out. And so this next year really is about finding peace and harmony within yourself, removing people and situations, but particularly people who do not align with the highest version of you, who are sapping focus, who are sapping attention. They need to go. That's what's happening. It's like a great harvest. So you're having, and I'm thinking biblically of when he's talking about like separating the wheat from the chaff, like that's what's happening right now. Also rice harvesting can be significant. I've been watching a lot of videos on that. I don't know why. But like literally separating like the beautiful, abundant parts of your life that you really like, from like the parts that don't agree with you, and literally moving your abundance and happiness that extends from you to this new place, to this like more fertile ground. You've been building all of the pieces. Like last year was about building all of the pieces and about figuring out how life affected your energy, and almost cataloging and making a checklist of like, okay, these are all the things that I like. These are the things that I don't like. I'm going to try to remove as much of these as possible and bring in as much of the things that I do like as possible to create a life I actually enjoy. We are no longer just surviving. This is a period of like ascension and thriving and growing. And I just hit the sun with my hand, didn't realize it's literally just about being happy instead of feeling like I've got to suffer and bear my cross. No, you get to be grounded in this beautiful childlike energy of innocence and peace and joy and creativity. Like you're going to be creating so much, where I feel like last year was about like consuming information, consuming content, consuming other facets of other people's personalities to try and find your personality, when in reality all you had to do was separate from everything in order to find you. When you separate from all of this overconsumption and you actually sit with yourself in the quiet, you find who you are, you find what you need, and it makes it so much easier to align with the things that actually bring you joy if you take the time to pause and quiet your mind and understand the feelings that you're getting from the energies around you. That was a lot, guys. That was so much. Is there anything else I can divine here? A lot of you are coming into partnership with your divine counterpart. I'm seeing that this is more of a spiritual meeting. Yes, this is a physical counterpart, but like this is more than like a physical meeting. It's a very spiritual merging. 432 as I look over on the clock. Yeah, this is about like coming together and learning how to exist solely as yourself with another person. There is no more getting lost in the sauce when it comes to relationships. This is a very healthy union. You're not going to lose yourself. You're not going to have to fight against like a lot of, I'm hearing incompetence. So you could have been in relationships with people who just didn't try very hard, or didn't like, you would just never felt like you were the priority. That's completely different in this union. This person sees your value. You don't have to explain to them. You don't have to like tell them what you bring to the table. Okay, you bring pretty shoes because you sit and you're cute. That's really what this is. Like, you don't have to do anything to earn this love. 404 on the clock as I say that, and 31% on my battery. So 444. So you don't have to do anything to earn this love. It's just love for love. Like, it's just because you deserve it. You've been loving yourself, and the universe is simply mirroring back to you the love that you're showing yourself. Here comes my kid. Okay, if you liked these longer Lenormand style videos, consider subscribing, because I do a Lenormand video every week just to kind of give you like an idea of what's coming around the corner. Like, preparation's nice. So if you're interested in that, please consider subscribing. But that's it for today. I hope this gave you some clarity. I hope it gave you some excitement about what's to come. Just be very open to the energies that are coming. Realize that there are a bunch of different realities available to us, and you can change your mind at any time. You can change your course at any time. If something's coming up that you don't necessarily like, you can change it. You have full capability. So it's really important to take these readings with a grain of salt and realize that like this is a blueprint of the direction your current energies will take you. Now, if you change those energies, you change your intention, you can change your outcome and your reality. So also, if you'd like to channel your spirit guides for more depth, more insight into your current purpose and path, links in the bio, okay? I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.